Hello, this video is Cancer Fighting Juices and Smoothies. My name is Marnie Clark and I'm a breast cancer coach. I've got loads of information for you in this video and two special recipes at the end, so please watch the video all the way through to the end so you don't miss anything important. Making fresh juices and smoothies is something I strongly recommend for women who are going through breast cancer, and here are the 10 biggest reasons why. Number one, juicing and smoothie making provides nutrition that is easily digestible. Very little energy is required to assimilate them. And this is important because the process of juicing and smoothie making breaks down the produce into much smaller, more bioavailable nutrients for you. And this allows the highly concentrated vitamins, minerals, and enzymes to rapidly get into your cells so you're able to easily absorb it. And that gives your digestive tract a much needed rest. Think of it this way: if you aren't using so much energy digesting, which takes about 75% of your energy on any given day when you're eating regular heavy meals, that frees your body up to repair and heal. Meanwhile, giving it the nutrients it needs to do just that. Number two, every single fruit or vegetable protects against cancer development or has some anti-cancer activity. Every single one. Some are better than others, however, so stay tuned for my list of the top 12. Number three, juicing and smoothie making allows you to consume many more protective nutrients. For instance, could you sit and eat 4 carrots, 2 apples, 3 cups of kale, a big chunk of ginger, and a slice of lemon in one sitting? Probably not, but you can certainly juice them and get all of those supercharged nutrients and antioxidants that they contain. Number four, enzymes. When you are juicing and making smoothies, you are also getting the important enzymes that the cooking produce can destroy. So why are enzymes important? They make chemical reactions possible. The enzymes contained in natural live foods are needed to break down the food you eat for nutrients like minerals and vitamins to work, and thousands of other processes in the body. There are believed to be somewhere around hundreds of thousands of processes in the body that require enzymes. 5, juicing and smoothie making allows you to enjoy a wider variety of vegetables and fruits in your diet. So if you worry that you aren't getting a wide enough variety of fresh produce every day, and who among us is, this is a great way to remove that worry. Number 6, juicing and making smoothies helps to reduce inflammation. And when you realize that cancer is an inflammatory process, along with other diseases like arthritis, heart disease, stroke, allergies, asthma, Crohn's disease, migraines, and on, you can begin to realize the importance of reducing inflammation in the body. Number 7, you get more energy. If you're going through treatments for breast cancer, you will no doubt be feeling pretty darn tired, right? I promise, when you begin juicing and making smoothies, you're going to stop feeling that way. At the very least, your energy levels will improve. Also, if you don't have much of an appetite due to the treatment that you're on, sipping away at a lovely blend of juices just helps you to feel lots better. Number 8, juicing and making smoothies can help your body detox from cancer treatments. And in so doing, it helps boost your immune system. So after going through chemotherapy and radiation, it's easy to feel like a toxic waste dump, that you might actually glow in the dark afterwards. So by juicing and making smoothies during these treatments, and especially afterward, you are helping your body detox and safely eliminate all those chemicals. Some oncologists believe that antioxidants from juicing and supplements may disrupt the action of the chemotherapeutic agents that they are using, but this actually hasn't been proven to be true. In fact, what we're finding is that certain plant-based nutrients help the chemotherapy to work better. And I juiced all the way through my chemotherapy, and I did fabulously well. I just know it helped me a lot in improving energy, clarity of thought, and detoxing. And number 9, about that clarity of thought. You often hear about chemo brain when you're going through chemotherapy, and it's a very real condition. But when you're juicing and making smoothies regularly, it helps to increase mental focus, improves clarity of thought, All those lovely little phytonutrients are so beneficial for the healthy functioning of your brain and nervous system. 10, lastly, juicing and making smoothies reduces junk food cravings. I love this last one. When you're feeding your body such easily digestible nutrition, you don't crave junk food. It's definitely a great side effect. So what's the difference between juicing and making smoothies? Basically, when you're juicing, you're using a machine like this one. And this type of juicer is called a masticating juicer. It takes the fiber from the fruits and vegetables and provides you with a very drinkable, smooth juice. You can get a wide range of nutrients from a whole bunch of veggies and fruit without having to sit down and eat 3 plates of produce. I'll show you how that juicer works in just a minute. Now, if you don't get a lot of fiber in your diet, it may be better for you to make smoothies, and that can be done with a powerful blender like the Vitamix or something like this that I have, the NutriBullet. I do both. Making a smoothie means that you are putting your greens and fruit and softer vegetables like hard carrots just don't work so hard in the NutriBullet. But softer things, berries, bananas, greens, all work super good in here. And, you know, this high-powered blade blasts it to smithereens, so it's very smooth. Another nice thing about smoothie making is that you can also add superfoods and supplements to your smoothies to increase the cancer-killing nutrients that's in it. I frequently add a spoonful of maqui berry powder or goji berry powder or amla to get big hits of antioxidants and anti-cancer compounds. You can also add hemp or spirulina or chia or flaxseed to your smoothies. And doing this adds a lot of cancer blasting power to your smoothies. So, and that can be a little harder to do when you're juicing. So there's good reasons for doing both. I'd say that you should do the one that you enjoy the most. I do one of each. Like one day if I'm juicing, next day I'll make smoothies. So I've got a couple of great recipes, so stick with me till the end and stay tuned for that. So going back to the juicer, this is my absolute favorite one. It's called an Oscar Vital Max, but there's loads of good brands too. The Omega is good too. And it's called a masticating juicer because it grinds the produce and does not heat it up in any way. So all of the vitamins, nutrients, and enzymes that are retained. And it doesn't add a lot of air into the juice like some juicers do. And that means the juice is going to keep in the refrigerator for a good 24 to 48 hours. And it won't oxidize, which is what happens when you slice open an apple. It goes brown, right, after a little while. So that's oxidation, and that just means that the apple's losing its nutrient value. That won't happen with the juice from this kind of a juicer. So here are the top 12 things I would recommend juicing for someone who's helping to heal breast cancer. Number 1, beets. Fresh beets, please, not canned. The canned ones are just nasty. They contain iron, potassium, niacin, copper, vitamin C, folic acid, zinc, calcium, manganese, magnesium. They also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, which are required for good vision. Beets are one of the best anti-cancer veggies around, abounding in antioxidant and anti-inflammatory nutrients. They stimulate lymphatic function, enhance liver function, make a wonderful blood cleanser, and help with detoxification. Celery contains lots of potassium, calcium, vitamin C and K, and antioxidants which help to protect against oxidative damage. Celery is crammed full of important phytonutrients such as apigenin, which studies show can slow cancerous growths, shrink tumors, reduce blood vessels, feeding the tumors, as well as restricting nutrient flow to the tumor cells, thus starving them of the nutrients needed for growth. Cool. Kale, one of the most alkaline vegetables, packs a terrific wallop. If you don't like eating it, it's wonderful to juice. It's got full of omega-3 fatty acids, chlorophyll, beta-carotene, vitamin K, vitamin C, calcium, anti-inflammatory, helps to activate your immune system, and reduces the absorption of carcinogens. Broccoli, full of vitamins C and B, beta-carotene, calcium, iron, selenium, phosphorus, potassium, and sulfur. It's one of the most highly regarded vegetables for breast cancer prevention. It has high levels of 3 powerful cancer-fighting chemicals that help to regulate the way in which cells respond to environmental elements that can potentially trigger cancerous changes within the DNA of a cell. One thing broccoli also can do is to increase the elimination of estrogen, which is great for those who have estrogen receptor positive breast cancer. Carrots, a great source of vitamins A and C, beta-carotene, all antioxidants that protect against cell damage. Carrots also contain retinol, which also inhibits tumor promotion. There are plenty of cancer survivor testimonies out there on the internet from people who heavily juiced carrots and eradicated their cancer, so don't be afraid of them. If you can't afford organic carrots, just peel them. It won't get rid of all the possible chemical residue from the ground, but it will remove some of it. Cucumbers, skin on if they are organic, because the skins contain some very powerful anti-cancer chemicals. They are full of electrolytes, vitamins B, C, and K, potassium, anti-inflammatory, full of antioxidants, and potently anti-cancer. You wouldn't think that of a little mere cucumber, but it's true. Wheatgrass, very alkaline. It is a potent blood purifier and liver cleanser, and it contains oodles of chlorophyll, which is similar in molecular structure to hemoglobin in our blood and helps transport oxygen to our cells. And since cancer loves conditions where oxygen is absent, you can immediately see the benefit that wheatgrass offers. Chlorophyll has also been proven to be more protective to our DNA than any antioxidant. Wheatgrass also contains selenium and vitamin B17, and that makes it a superb overall cancer fighter. Ginger causes cancer cells to commit suicide, known as apoptosis, by destroying themselves while leaving the surrounding healthy cells untouched. Secondly, ginger tricks cancer cells into eating themselves, known as autophagy. Ginger is also immensely anti-inflammatory and helps to prevent tumor growth, and it gives your juice a beautiful little spicy zing. Apples contain flavonoids, which protect cells and DNA from damage. They act as antioxidants and help to control inflammation. They also contain quercetin, which research indicates is hugely beneficial for healing breast cancer. Pineapple contains bromelain, a digestive enzyme known to be helpful for cancer because it boosts cytokines, particularly interferon and tumor necrosis factor, which are very important warriors in destroying cancer cells. Bromelain also decreases inflammation, helps the immune system, and most importantly, it dissolves something called fibrin, which is how cancer cells often hide from the immune system under a cloak of fibrin. Once bromelain dissolves this fibrin cloak, the immune system can detect and kill the cells. How cool is that? Lemons, loaded with vitamin C, act as natural anti-inflammatories, aid the immune system, potent antioxidants. They help you to detox and eliminate waste, cleanse the lymphatic system, and are very potent cancer healers. And lastly, berries, rich in vitamin C, bioflavonoids, fiber, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, silicon, iron. They also have anthocyanins, which are powerful antioxidants and bacteria inhibitors. And many also contain ellagic acid, which can halt the growth and spread of all forms of breast cancer. Terrific. Now I'm going to show you how to use the juicer. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the juicer. Hopefully you can hear me over the noise of the juicer. It's not a terribly noisy one. Let me just show you. I put all of the produce onto a cutting board there. So you have to cut the produce into a shape that will fit into the chute. And see how the juicer will separate the pulp from the resulting juice. Helps to go that way. Stuck a little bit. Figures. Oh dear. Okay. There we go. Sometimes that happens. It can get stuck. apple in. So basically I just put the bits and pieces through the juicer. Couldn't be easier. If the fiber looks like it's going to fall over the edge, then just push it down a bit. Sometimes it makes a rather horrifying noise. I try not to think of it as the thing screaming as they're going through. Oh dear. Gotta have a sense of humor, right? Now, you see that I'm actually putting the broccoli through with the florets attached. You can just use the woody stem if you want to. It makes a really nice juice. And you notice I go through, the apples go through peel and all. You can do that with a good organic apple. And you do want the peel because it has some really good stuff in it. Okay, lastly, chunk of ginger. How much you put in is up to you. This size is good for me, but if you don't like it hot and spicy, you may want to cut it down a little bit. But I like a good wallop of heat from the ginger. And lastly, the lemon goes right through. I like to do it at the end because it helps to clean the juicer. And you see, it just takes that and does a really great job. So after you've finished, you've got everything done, just let it run for another 10 or 15 seconds because you can still see there's still juice coming out of there. And mine is reversible too, so I let it go the other direction as well. It means the gears turn in the other direction, and you get a whole lot more juice out of that. And also, this one, when you go to disassemble it, if you take that out, it will continue to drop out more juice if you tip it this way and that. Okay, so that's it. Easy as can be. And the resulting juice is amazing. That's just enough. You can make more if you want and refrigerate some of it, but I'm having this for lunch today. And just stir it up to combine it all and enjoy. It's wonderful. And next I'll show you how to do smoothies. Hello, I'm going to show you how to do a smoothie now. A super cancer blasting smoothie. So the first thing I'm going to put in is some kale that I've just picked out of my garden. I'll just roughly tear that up, maybe not. So it will fit in the cup. Right, I'm going to toss in some peppermint, fresh out of the garden. You can put in anything. You can put in cilantro, coriander, because it's great for detoxing. Whatever you happen to have in your garden that's growing and fresh and wonderful right now. I'm going to toss in a cup worth of frozen organic mixed berries and some lemon slices, including the rind. I'm going to toss in some ginger. I chopped it previously. It just works better in the NutriBullet if you chop it a little bit first. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flaxseed. I keep mine in a little jar like this in the freezer or the fridge. And I'm going to put in a tablespoon of amla. Amla is also known as Indian gooseberry. It's been shown to have a huge amount of antioxidants and anti-cancer properties. toss in about a tablespoon of oat bran because it helps to naturally reduce estrogen. And then pour on some soy milk, organic soy milk. Because it also has, I mean, every single thing that's going into this smoothie is incredibly anti-cancer. All right, you don't want to fill it too full or it will struggle. I'm going to put a little bit of water in there as well. Sorry. Filtered water was sitting elsewhere. Okay. Now, on goes the blade. Make sure you attach it tightly or it could leak. Put everything onto the base or blend. Now it's going to make a horrific noise, so just bear with me. Now, I just turn it off for a second and let everything sort of filter back down toward the blades in case it misses anything. Just let it run for a few seconds. And there you go, an amazing, wonderful, cancer-blasting smoothie that you can enjoy, sip on as you want. You can put it put half of it in the fridge if you want to, or drink it all at once. It's up to you. All right, see how easy that was? Enjoy. Hope you enjoyed the demonstrations. Now I'm going to share with you my top 12 tips when you're juicing or making smoothies. Number 1, you must buy organic produce whenever possible. If you are using juicing to improve your health, it has to be free of chemical residue. Otherwise, you're adding more toxins to your body. Number 2, rotate your greens. By greens, I mean spinach, rocket, kale, chard. Just a different one every couple of days to get a wider range of plant-based nutrients. And beet tops are amazing too, the green leaves that come off the beets. Number 3, save parsley stems, celery tops, basil stems, and put them through your juicer for an extra healthy zing. And don't be afraid to use broccoli stems for juicing as well. Not the floret, but the woody stem. It makes a really great juice full of anti-cancer nutrients. May not smell the best, but it is fantastic. Number 4, if you are juicing root vegetables like carrots or beets, while they are awesome to include, just note that they do have a lot of natural sugars in them. So if you already have a blood sugar imbalance or are diabetic, juicing carrots and beets may not be beneficial for you. Something good to remember is that for every piece of fruit or beets or carrots, include 2 to 3 non-sugary vegetables, including greens like kale or spinach, cucumbers, and broccoli. Always include at least a wedge of lemon and put it through the juicer, rind and all, because the rind contains some awesome anti-cancer compounds like limonene. And lemon has a huge amount of vitamin C and antioxidants, as I mentioned before, so it's really important. Number 5, drink your fresh juices on an empty stomach. This allows the nutrients and enzymes to be absorbed by your body as quickly as possible. Don't drink juice when you've already eaten something else because it can cause some digestive disturbances. Wait at least 2 hours after a meal to drink fresh juices and wait 20 minutes after drinking your fresh juices to eat some solid food. So I hope that tip is helpful for you. Number 6, chew your juice. I know that sounds crazy, but the process of digestion begins in the mouth. So swishing the juice around your mouth, moving your jaw up and down for a couple of seconds prior to swallowing, this releases saliva, which contains within it the digestive enzymes, which will help you get those nutrients into your cells. Yeah, chewing juice. I know it sounds crazy, but it really does work. Number 7, if you add a wedge of lemon or lime at the end of your juicing, after you've juiced everything else, it helps to clean your juicer of the other things you've been processing, and it adds a fresh, clean zing to the taste of your juice as well. Not to mention loads of vitamin C. I think I probably said that about 12 times, but I want you to be sure to, include lemons because they are important. Number 8, after you finish, keep the juicer motor running just for a further 10 to 15 seconds. You might be surprised at how much juice keeps coming out of the juicer. And number 9, Washing your juicer immediately after juicing keeps it from getting stained and sticky by the produce you just juiced. It's just a good thing to get in the habit of doing. Number 10, you may be dismayed at how much pulp gets left behind in the juicing process, like from the masticating juicer. But don't throw it out. With some juicers, you can pass the pulp through the machine one more time to get even more juice out of it. You can also use the pulp to create your own super healthy organic vegetable stock. Just strain the pulp out of the stock when you have finished cooking it. You can also use the pulp in quiches, soups, stews, casseroles, veggie burgers, or rather than throwing it away, put it in your compost heap or bury it somewhere in your garden. Your plants will love it. And let's not forget this next tip. 11, be patient. If juicing is something that seems more like a chore than a pleasure, just know that you're not alone. The health benefits are huge though, and I would encourage you to be patient and keep at it. Get some help if you need it. Ask your friends or your family to help you prepare some of the produce that you're going to put through there. And number 12, lastly, if you regularly include beets in your juice, just know that it can turn your urine and poo a lovely shade of pink. A good thing to be aware of. I've had people write to me and say, I think I need to go to the doctor. I think there's blood in my urine. And no, it's just the beets. So I promised you some recipes, so here they are. So here's my favorite juice recipe. It's pretty simple. Just need 4 to 5 carrots, half of a beet that's peeled, 1 organic apple, a chunk of fresh ginger, which you definitely want to have peeled, and a couple of broccoli spears, and that's optional. And be sure to include that wedge of lemon, including the rind, and you just cut it all to fit the juicer and push it through, just like I show you in the video, and enjoy that resulting juice. Now, the other thing is this cancer-blasting organic smoothie. You can see everything that's in that, and I'll just leave this on for a few seconds so that you can copy that down, or go ahead and push the pause button on the video and you can write it all down. When you get to the part about the superfood powder, you don't include all of those. Maybe just a tablespoon of one. For instance, one day you might have amla, the next day you might have maca, the next day you might choose goji powder. And the reason for doing that is it just gives you a much wider range of anti-cancer phytochemicals that all of those particular superfood powders have in them. And that's it. I mean, it's as easy as can be. You'll definitely probably, if you're anything like me, you'll want to add a little, like a half of a frozen banana or some dates or figs or something for natural sweetness. And all of those things are okay to include. Unless you have blood sugar problems, then you might want to leave the banana and dates out of it. But it's going to be a little bit on the bitter side if you don't include something that makes it a bit more palatable. Okay, so that's it. That's all you need to get yourself started. You can change things around with the smoothie quite a lot, as well as the juice. Both things are very, very customizable to suit your particular palate. All right, thanks for watching. Enjoy. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a comment below or a thumbs up so I know you've seen it and enjoyed it. I have loads more information like this on my YouTube channel, so become a subscriber to get notified of new videos. You can also find loads more helpful articles on healing from breast cancer on my website, marnieclark.com, and I'll leave the link for you below the video. This is all about empowering you with information so that you can get through your breast cancer diagnosis and be healthy and thriving on the other side of this. Cheers.